What the final chapter is, this man's life is over from a fatal meeting and his family devastated. Thanks for joining us at 10 on air and wherever you're streaming. I'm Corey Stark. Samantha has the night off. That man's death appears to be over a lawn care disagreement. And News 4 has video leading up to and after the clash. News 4's Ashley Lincoln is speaking to the victim's family about the shooting that happened in Glasgow Village in St. Louis County. Ashley is live following that investigation tonight. Ashley?
That's right, Corey. The victim's family telling me tonight that this was a senseless act of violence. Again, as you mentioned, this was all over a yard debris dispute regarding grass that was cut from the neighbor's yard. Tonight, we're learning that police are reviewing surveillance camera from that home to figure out who's responsible for this shooting.
Senseless. 4 shots to the chest. Why?
That's the question the fiance of Alan Waller says keeps her up at night.
We were good people. Why?
Waller, who's also a father, was gunned down in his driveway Sunday morning.
All we did was go shopping for the kids and come home.
His fiancée, who didn't want her face shown for her safety, says after errands and coming home, Waller wanted to talk to the neighbor's landscapers about ongoing issues from them leaving their debris in his driveway. Home surveillance video shows the female neighbor walking 2 men to Waller's doorstep. After the men confirm, Waller takes them to the side of the house to show them the debris. His fiancée says that side of the home doesn't have cameras. Within seconds of being out of frame, things go wrong. 8 seconds go by before you see the neighbor sprinting across her lawn, and soon after, a third man appears from behind a truck with a gun. Waller's fiancée, who was inside the home with their children, describes the gunshots.
I started, shh, whatever type of gun it was, that's the shots I heard. I went to go see my man. I see he's on the ground. I immediately went in to grab my phone to call 911.
I reached out to St. Louis County Police, who say they can't comment on where this investigation stands, but they do say detectives have an optimistic outlook on this case.
I'm strong, but it hurts. It hurts. My 2-year-old daughter cries for her daddy, screams for her daddy, kissing her daddy pictures because she miss him.
Shalom, this is Brother Kosh Kwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the 11144 first fruit. I just wanted to play that clip in the beginning, and you can see by the title of this clip what happened on June 8th, not too long ago. A man was shot in the chest, and you heard them by some semi-automatic weapon, probably some Uzi or some, something like that, and it killed over a grass clipping dispute. Reason why I want to do a lesson on this, more so not into being like, well, you could say just, how niggas are, but more so black culture is like a rotting apple. Because this is what you get from black culture. You kill somebody over some disputings over some grass. This is what Jake has come down to. This is what, and on the other end, this is really what Jake wants to stay in too. Because whenever you tell him about the kingdom and salvation to come, but we do have to tell them on how it is going to come, meaning missiles and destruction and killings and all that stuff. They still want to stay in this realm where you can get killed because of some grass clippings. This is not life. This sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like seeing videos like this. So-called black people getting killed by black people for no goddamn reason because of some grass clippings. This is not life, okay? I didn't want to make this lesson too long, but I just wanted to go into how the black culture is like a rotting apple. It's a rotting apple. Whenever you see a rotting apple, it starts to rot, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And it needs to be thrown out. So I wanted to get Revelation chapter, 6? Revelation chapter 6, real quick. And 5, it says, "And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. The reason I want to bring this out is because verse 5 is speaking, just a quick synopsis, slavery. A black horse is slavery. And in the product of slavery is this black culture that we have today. Okay? Back in 2020, last year, all those riots and looting and all that, everyone was saying, well, these black people are so fed up of not having much. That's why they go and do this and do that. Because of what? Oppression and depression. We've been so oppressed in this place. And I'm not justifying that niggerish activity of looting and rioting in the streets. But it is low-key is true. Niggas ain't never had nothing. So when they have the chance to loot and riot and can get away with it easily because there's a mass of people doing it, they'll do it. Because they ain't had a big screen TV. They ain't had a nice car. They ain't had nice clothes, shoes, and things of that nature. Because they've been so stuck in slavery with Esau feeding them breadcrumbs every single week. All right? Salaki, let me get Psalms, Salaki. I didn't mean to do YouTube. Thing going slow anyway. Salakia. See. The Blue Letter Bible. So we're going to get Psalm chapter 127. And I'm going to start at 2. Because this goes into our 9 to 5 jobs. Psalm 127 and 2 says, It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for he giveth his beloved sleep. Right. We wake up early, we go to work, we come home late, we have things to do, so we go to sleep late, just to see our paycheck and putting in 40 to 80 hours just to get breadcrumbs and barely be skating by. And the only thing we have money for is to pay Esau back, which is AKA bills. Okay? We give our sleep for that bullshit of a life. And Jake wants to stay in that and then get killed over some grass clippings. You know? And you heard that his wife in the interview was like, we're good people and do this, do that. But the scriptures say nobody dies innocent. So he did something to deserve the judgment that he got. Straight up. Okay? Going back to what I was saying about, this video here. This is the product of black culture. But where do you see Black Lives Matter marching for this individual who was killed over some grass clippings? They pick and choose of what they want to do. It's a respecter. They have respect of persons in Black Lives Matter. Really, if you think about it, there should be a Black Lives Matter march every day in every city. And if Black lives really matter, why do you have 3 goons over here killing a father of 3 over some grass clippings? It's clear and evident that Black lives don't matter, even within the black community. All right, I'm going to get this last script, and then I'm going to close it out. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. Just want to bring the point home and call it a day. But this is 2 Thessalonian. Oh, Salakia. That's Timothy. 2 Thessalonian. Okay. Thessalonian 2. I'm going blank right now. There it is. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It said, Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall come, except there be a falling away first. And of course, I wanted to bring this out just to bring the point home that slavery is a product of black culture, and that death society that black culture brings. Ain't nothing good with that black culture, okay? It says, except there come a falling away first. And the black culture is another form of Israelites going further and further away from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And a lot of them are so stuck into it. And that's why they be getting clipped and dying and things of that nature. The police be shooting them. They be shooting each other. That's the product of slavery. And death is the product of black culture. Like I said, black culture is like a rotting apple, you know? And just to finish the script off, and it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right. You can bring that. You can bring Esau into the light because he's the creation of that shit. Creation of black culture. All right. He had us in slavery. And Esau is all about death. He's the ultimate nigga. He's the ultimate gangster. He's the ultimate schemer, trickster. All right. That's why he's a devil. The word devil means to deceive. He's constantly deceiving. Okay. He may come off as a well-to-do, but he's actually a nigger deep down inside. Straight up. And that's what he brings. That's why the scriptures say what? Ye are your father the devil. Speaking to the, those 2/3 Israelites, man. Because you do the niggerish things that Esau does and you let him influence you to do it. Like I said again, black culture is death, man. It's like a rotting apple. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem HaChakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, the rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.